Hello, everyone. My name is Justin, and I'm one of the co-hosts of the newly branded The JT and the Savraj Show. You might know us as formerly the Inspired Growth Passport, but we decided to change our name because we want to bring a more youthful and lively feeling to the overall podcast as a whole. We want to make it more relatable to our audience and to allow people to engage with us better as we have a more interesting title for our podcast. So our first two episodes releasing this week and next week are just going to be reruns of our first two episodes of the old podcast, as we want to make sure that the next episodes that we have already recorded can touch back on these two first episodes. So hope you enjoy and stay tuned for more. Thank you. Hello, welcome to the first ever episode of the Inspired Growth Passport podcast, a podcast hosted by yours truly, Justin, JT Sai, and Savraj Double S Sahota. So if you guys don't know me, I am grade 12 graduate and I'm going to the University of Waterloo for environment and business. And the reason why I wanted to start up this podcast is multiple reasons that will be further talked about later. Now to my co-host,
Yeah.
Savraj.
So for those of you who don't know me, I am just graduated from Langstaff Secondary School. I myself as well, I'm going to University of Waterloo for science and business.
So the reason why I wanted to start up this podcast at this time is because it's a threefold reason. This was a personal passion project of mine and that I wanted to create to inspire others to do the same, as I was inspired by multiple people in the past, including my family and friends. And second, I want to engage the world and leave a digital footprint of who I am. And finally, I wanted to allow people to be motivated and inspired by the stuff we talked about. Do you have anything to add?
I joined for pretty much the same reasons.
Yeah, so this podcast is purely to discuss about our high school life, our advice we have. It's more of a very open-ended podcast where we just talk about whatever and wherever we want to talk about. So today we would like to talk about some things that has happened in the last 3 or 4 months. As you guys haven't learned by now that all of us have been stuck at home, and we just want to see how everything is. So, Sabraj, how has your quarantine been so far?
I'm pretty good. I've been just playing games. Recently started Twitch streaming every night, or I try to at least. That's it. I've just been relaxing, playing games. How about you?
Yeah, yeah, I saw you're grinding on stream right now, where you're doing pretty well. You're a Twitch affiliate, which is pretty impressive. Well, for me, I've been helping people design stuff, cooking a lot. I've learned a lot of new skills, which is something that many people should be learning about, and that I've also exercised a lot during this time. So, how did you think of your last year in high school has went so far?
Personally, like I know a lot of people are upset that it got cut short, but personally, I don't really mind. I mean, I'm kind of happy we got to spend the last semester at home. Sure, it would have been nice to be at school, but we got to stay home, so not too bad.
Yeah, honestly, I when when March break started, which was when the entire everyone stayed at home started, I was originally really confused. I didn't know what was happening, and as the months went on, I realized that I am stuck here and I should use the most out of my time, which involves learning some other stuff that I couldn't at school and also preparing for university. So,
Hmm.
is there a, what's your favorite grade 12 high school memory so far?
I don't know, just like I think calculus class was kind of fun because the teacher only taught for 20 minutes. So she would teach for the first 20 minutes, and for like a full hour, we would just talk instead of doing our work. I don't know, it's kind of fun.
I see, I see. I think that for me, I liked history class a lot because the teacher was also very chill and that we were allowed to express our own opinions. And whatnot during that time.
Yeah, that is true. History, you need a good teacher for you to enjoy it.
Yeah. And now on to the bigger question that many people might have right now is why did you choose Waterloo's Science and Aviation program?
Mm. Science and business, I
Oh, s-
chose because I enjoy science myself, and business is an essential life skill that you need to have for all aspects of life. And science is something I enjoy, and business is something essential. So I saw this program, and I'm like, it's the best of both worlds. So why not give it a try?
yeah, and for myself, I chose the Environment and Business program because I've been heavily involved in business in the last few years of my high school career, and that I have also enjoyed trying to make a change and trying to help others. And I thought that environment could be one way I could be an exceptional person and be a helpful citizen in this world.
Absolutely, because the environment is really important, and learning about it, I feel, is also essential.
Yeah, I agree. And for many people, some of you may be in grade 11, some of you may be in grade 10, and that's okay. We're here to help you guys and potentially inspire you guys to do better. And the one thing that many people may have top of their mind right now is how to be admitted to university and how the university admission goes. So I'm going to ask Savraj, as he is the more academically experienced and smarter person than I am, about how he applied and which programs he applied to.
So I actually applied to 10 university programs, applied to Life Sci McMaster, Life Sci at U of T, both Mississauga and St. George campus, U of T Engineering, Waterloo Engineering, York Schulich, Waterloo Science and Aviation, Waterloo Science and Business, and I got accepted to all 10 of these programs. And the way I did it, I don't think you should follow my footsteps because for the engineering programs and all the programs that required a supplemental, I put them off until pretty much the day they were due. For example, let's say the Waterloo civil engineering application supplemental was due on a Friday at midnight. I would go into school and I would spend the entire day at school working on it. And then when I got home, I would submit it and I did the video interview. And I had no idea I would get in, but I did. And I think that's also partly due to academics. So if you have high marks and you do well in the interview, and the supplemental, then you should have a fairly strong chance of getting into whichever program you desire.
Yeah, and wow, you got into many very prestigious programs, I might say. But for me, I applied to 9 programs and I got into almost all of them except for one, which was Carleton Comp Sci. I applied to Carleton's Business, Ottawa Business, Queen's Comp Sci, Mac Economics, and some other ones. And for myself, I did all of my applications very early on, so I didn't leave them to the last minute. And one thing that I like to point out is that you need to have very good high school extracurriculars, which both Savraj and I have been very a part of for how that's how I met Savraj, which was through the Air Cadet program, which you can join at the age of 12. And we joined at the exact same time, and for the last 6 years, we had a blast. And into my next topic is what's your favorite Air Cadet memory? For those that don't know, Air Cadets is a program where you can experience different types of parts of aviation, such as flying. You can also learn drill, aviation lessons, and go on awesome trips. So, Suraj, what is your favorite memory so far?
Think of all the things I've done 6 years in cadets. I have to say, last summer, the glider pilot scholarship, I had the most amount of fun. Though it was a stressful time, she had to study not only aviation knowledge, but how to fly. The memories and experiences that were made during that time, I think were my favorite memories of cadets. How about for you?
Yeah, for me, it's probably one of the 3 amazing trips we had to New York, Florida, and Washington, which both of us were part of for 3 years straight. Those were very fun. For me, I will say that being able to go to fly a World War II plane when I went to CTC Kona for my advanced aviation course was probably the biggest highlight of my cadet career. But the biggest one of them all for us is graduating this year as warrant officer second classes and Savraj getting the Legion Medal of Excellence. Surprisingly, well, it was a very undoubtedly win for him. But yeah, I like to say that the cadet have giving me the opportunity to apply some new skills such as leadership development, teamwork, communication, and allow me to pursue this into university and their applications. And for people that are interested in what our podcast will be about and when it'll be released and so on and so forth, it'll be most likely a weekly podcast will be released on a Friday, in which you guys can enjoy it during the weekend. You guys can listen to it in a car ride and whatnot. It'll be approximately about 30 minutes long each, and we'll like to potentially invite some guests on, some community involvement episodes, including engaging with you guys, and potentially some live episodes as well. So turn it to Sahoda for anything else you want to talk about.
Stay tuned for the next episodes.
Yeah, and if you guys want to know where you can find us, it'll be found at the Inspired Growth Passport on Instagram and the Inspired Growth Passport at gmail.com if you want to email us for anything. And if you're willing to join this team, please don't hesitate to contact us, and we will gladly find a way for you to help us. And for now, see you guys in the next episode.